everybody, welcome. I'm Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher, and this is my Flosstube channel. Thanks so much for dropping by today. I really appreciate it. It has been a few weeks since I've done a regular Flosstube. I looked and it was February was my last one, and now it's almost St. Patty's Day. So I've got some catching up to do. It has been kind of a crazy few weeks. I did some road tripping, got to meet some Stitchy friends, took a class, did some shopping at 2 different needlework stores, cross-stitch stores, and it's just been, whew, I'm in recovery mode right now, I think. But I hope you're all doing great and taking care of yourselves. And thanks to a couple people that reached out to me and asking when I was going to do my next regular Flosstube. So here I am. And I will go back to my regular schedule starting next Wednesday. I will film a Flosstube and go back to my every 2 weeks. So I got some catching up to do with you all. And let's get started. So my last Flosstube, I talked about I have a class coming up with the Primitive Hare, and I took the class, and Isobel is wonderful. She is such a nice person and fun storyteller too. I really enjoyed the class. Now, I did feel terrible because I did not finish the project beforehand. Thankfully, I wasn't the only one. If you're new to my channel, I've been having some issues with pain in my right hand. It does seem to be getting better. And, you know, I'm doing some things to help improve it. So, you know, like the gloves and taking glucosamine and all that other fun stuff and heating pads. So my hand does seem to be improving, which is wonderful. I actually had one day when I was road tripping, and when my plans fell through, I was able to spend a good amount of the day just stitching and not driving anywhere, which is really nice. But so the class we had was with the Primitive Hare was the Burgundy Mermaid, and it was going to be for finishing it into a drum. Now, I didn't finish the project in time, which was really a bummer, but I really paid attention in class, wrote everything down so that when I do finish this mermaid, I can get the drum done. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm just going to take a little break from working on the mermaid to work on some other projects. But, so, real quick, that's where it was at the last time you saw it. Oh, I just dropped some thread. And this is where it's at now. So she's a big girl. She's pretty long. And I'm doing some of the stitching out there up along the top that's going to be used for putting the drum together. So I got to start on that at the class. And yeah, she's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, I just have a little bit more to do. I've got her tail to do and the back stitching. There's a good bit of back stitching in it. But yeah, this is on 30 count old Salem linen from the Primitive Hare. And I really like the colors in her. I'm going to pause for 1 minute because I dropped everything. Yeah, so I think the mermaid's going to be gorgeous. I'm just taking a little bit of a break from her. I may even pick her up this weekend for a Facebook group game that I'm participating in this weekend called Whip Frenzy. And that is in the Whip Warriors group on Facebook, which is a closed group, but will reopen again next December for new membership. And I believe Laura, Stitching by the Shore, is also going to do Whip Frenzy this weekend. So that'll be fun. And I'm going to have my Zoom room is going to be open most of the weekend. So I'd love to have you come join us over at Crafts and Books. I will link my Facebook group below. We're going to be Zooming Friday night. Saturday afternoon to Saturday evening and Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening, East Coast time. So I'd love to have you come join us. All right, so when I was talking about getting some stitching done, my road trip was a little crazy. Of course, it's just me driving, so there's no stitching while on the road. It's just when I get to a hotel, and if I'm not too tired, then I'll stitch. But it was a lot of hours, so I didn't get a lot of stitching done. But I did have one day when plans got canceled, changed, and I ended up with having one day in a hotel, and it was pouring rain out, so I was like, I'm just going to stay in and stitch as long as my hand holds out. So I pulled out Hemlock and Rye Holiday Rooster sampler. Oop. Pages are stuck together. That's this one here. And I am doing this in one of the recommended color schemes that she had, which was the blue and the gray down here. So I'm going to be using that color scheme, and I'm doing it in Weeks Dye Works. And I got in about 350 stitches in it. So it's still got a long way to go, but I did get some work on it. And I think the blue and the gray are really pretty together. I like them a lot, and I've started down here, just a little start on the Rooster. And I'm doing this on 25 count even weave. And this one, I believe, is Dying for Cross Stitch, and it's Dust Bunny's Light. But yeah, I like this fabric a lot, and I love this pattern. And it went in Pattern Keeper, which also makes me happy. So less things I need to remember to carry around with me when I'm traveling. Although I'm not expecting to do any traveling for a while. Yeah, that road trip was enough. I also put some work in on Temperature Butterflies, which is by the Stitching Mommy. And let's see. Oops. Having trouble with paper today. So it's not going to be those colors, but it is those butterflies. Really, really pretty. So I had completed January, and I put in some work started on February. My hotel stitching. And boy, was I glad I brought my magnifying light with me. Because it was so dark in that hotel, especially since it was thunder and lightning all day. There was no way I would be able to stitch without the extra lighting. But yeah, so I started on the February butterfly. She's really pretty. I'm digging the color so far. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it starts getting warmer. And I'm doing this on 22 count At the Pond by Bee Stitch Me. And I love the colors in this fabric. So pretty and nice and muted. The blues and greens, and just really pretty. But it's not so strong that it, overrides a lot of the pattern. Just really kind of a very nice neutral, I think. Now, let's see, what else? I'm hesitant to show a couple things because they really only got like very little stitches, but they were my new starts. And so the first one is the Rose and the Giant Pear. Actually, whoop, that side. The Rose and the Giant Pear from Hands Across the Sea. I just got a very tiny start on a few of these. Between stitching for the class and hand problems, I was fairly limited in everything I got in what I got accomplished over the last few weeks. So that was disappointing, but one lesson that I've learned is that I am a definite SWYWWYW process stitcher. Stitch what you want, when you want, and I enjoy the process of stitching. But this is the Rose and the Giant Pear, and I only got a tiny start on this, but it is coming back out for this Whip Frenzy game this weekend. So, like I said, teeny tiny. I was hesitant to show some of these because they are tiny little starts, but they are starts, so I'm going with that. And I love the colors in this pattern. They're so pretty. I am using the Needlepoint Silks by, not Needlepoint Silks, sorry, the Vicki Clayton Silks. And they are a joy to work with. I really love them. And this is also 25 count that I'm doing over 1. So this is going to be a pretty small one, but she's going to be beautiful when she's finished. And oh, those Vicki Clayton silks are wonderful to work with. So nice. All right, next up. This is one I had a plan to start a couple weeks ago with another Flosstuber, Fiber Arts Amy, but real life got in the way for both of us. So we're going to be working on it more this weekend, and I just have a teeny tiny start on this. This is a discontinued Mirabilia pattern called Elizabeth in the Lavender Sky, and she's absolutely gorgeous. But so Amy and I are gonna put some work into it this weekend. And so yeah, that's all I have in it right now. Is 28 count over 2. And yeah, she's gonna be gorgeous. And the colors, oh, I'm sorry, no, it's 32 count over 2. The colors in this are just gorgeous. The picture really doesn't do it justice. It is a lot more vibrant in person than the photograph. And I think this is going to be an absolute joy to work on. I'm so excited. And hopefully real life won't get in our way this weekend. And we're both going to put some good stitches in this. I've missed doing a regular floss tube, and you know, it really holds me accountable as well for making progress, and you all were so supportive when I started talking about how painful my hand was getting and how stitching was becoming a problem. So yeah, I've missed you all. I really have. I think stitchy friends are the best friends. You've all been so wonderful to me. All right, so the next one I got a start on last night. I got home Tuesday night from the road trip at about 11:30 at night, and I was just exhausted. So Wednesday I didn't do much at all until the evening. Oh, that was a big push, driving from Ocala, Florida to northern North Carolina, Tuesday afternoon to Tuesday night. I'm not going to do that again. No, thank you. But anyways, so the one I started last night was the one I showed in my last regular floss tube. I couldn't wait to get working on it. Daydream Stitcher is also doing this pattern. It's called A Gentle Needle by Monticello Stitches. And my friend Becky from our Crafts and Books group, she started and finished it already since that last floss tube that I did. It's like, whoa! She's the fastest stitcher I think I've ever seen. She's amazing. So A Gentle Needle, I started a little bit last night. Very, very pretty colors. Oh, and that's the needle minder that came in my Letters from Europe box. Really pretty. Nice big magnet on the back too, which is great. I am doing this on, oh, this is on, I had to think for a second, 18 count dust bunnies from Dying for Cross Stitch. Great little fabric with just a little modeling in it. Not sure how it comes out on the camera, but it is really nice. I enjoy her fabrics quite a bit. And boy, do I have stats to show you, including fabric, which I will do at the end. Yeah, this was hard to put down last night, but I do need to still catch up on some sleep and laundry and cleaning and kitty cats. I'm really surprised neither of the girls are here right now, because the minute I walked in the door Tuesday night at like 11:30, quarter to 12, they were just glued to me. Kiwi has woken me up twice during the middle of the night, I think just to make sure I'm still here and I haven't left her again. But yeah, surprisingly, they didn't seem angry at me about taking a road trip. They were very clingy. Oh. All right, so next up, let's do plans. So I do have some plans coming up. I will be playing Whip Frenzy this weekend. Whip Frenzy is stitching between 100 to 200 stitches on as many whips as possible over the course of the weekend. I did it once before a little bit, but I couldn't do it the whole weekend, so I didn't get a lot done. But I do have plans. As long as my hand holds out, I'm going to be doing it all weekend long. So we'll see how that goes. I do have a couple starts coming up for my 60 starts in 2023 for my 60th birthday. And this one is going to be started on the first day of spring. And it is Spring Montage by Janet Stever. And this is also being done by Handwork Maniac, is also starting it in the spring, first day of spring. Colette the Highway Stitcher, EJ Creates from the Sunshine Stitchers. They're all going to be working on this one the first day of spring. And I believe it's called Stever Montage Sal. I will put that here. In case I'm wrong, I'll put the hashtag here if you'd like to join in. This is a full coverage piece, and I'm going to be doing this on 28 count over 1. And I am really looking forward. I've got the Easy Grid fabric, 28 count Easy Grid, and then I've got all the threads for it in here to get started on it. So I am looking forward to that. Now, the other projects that I'm going to, well, one that I'm going to start this Sunday for my regular Sunday starts is Lizzie Kate Cat Lessons for People. I love this one. I showed this in my December video for my 60 for 60 plans, and yeah, this is so cute. And I have all the threads and the fabric picked out. And it's Cat Lessons for People. Be persnickety, play with your food, appreciate wildlife, nap every day. I'm in for that. Don't bite when a hiss will do. Practice patience. Listen before speaking. When you make a mess, bury it. Sit very close to those you love. So this is adorable from Lizzie Kate. And I am doing this on, it's a Be Stitch Me unnamed fabric from a Friday Night Fight Night in 20 count over 1. I'm trying to hide my nails because they really need to get done. But yeah, I think this is a very pretty fabric, and I love this pattern. I have all the threads, and I'm ready to go. So pretty. I kitted up another project to do for my 60 starts, so I'm not sure that I'm going to start this before I film again next Wednesday, but I do have this ready to go, and because this is one of the ones from the Letters from Europe box from Hands Across the Sea, Mathilde, and she is just gorgeous. I cannot wait to start her. And I figured for the Hands Across the Sea, the Letters from Europe's patterns, I'm going to mix up the counts of fabric that I use so that they're all different sizes and different types, different colors. But I plan on doing all of them. Well, there's one that might, that's another story. But anyways, so I do plan on mixing up the counts and the fabrics. And yeah, but I have her ready to go. And I'm doing, this one I'm going to do on 25 count parchment or a 32 count parchment. I haven't decided yet. I have both of them in here so I can make up my mind. 32 count is linen. And yeah, so I am looking forward to start working on these Letters from Europe. They are so gorgeous. So I will be mixing them in with my plans for this year. So I'm a little bit behind on my new starts for 60 for 60 only by 2, I think. So I think I'm still on track to do 60 new starts this year, and then 2024 will be the year of whips for sure. But I am having a lot of fun with it. Even though there's not going to be a lot of finishes this year, it's still so much fun to look through my patterns that I have and having gotten them all kitted up. You know, because I'm not going to live forever, so why not start from my stash and get things going instead of just hoarding them. All right, let's do Stitchy Kindness next. So I met up with Mary the Daydream Stitcher, who got to meet her again, and she's so nice. I love getting together with her. I wish we were closer together in distance-wise. But, and I also met up with Camille, who's in my Crafts and Books group, and we all met up at Brick City Stitchery, or Brick City Cross Stitch store in Ocala. And it was really nice to meet up with them. And we also ran into Stitchy Linda at the shop. Hi, Linda. But Mary brought us presents, which was so nice. So she brought these adorable little stork scissors. Really, really pretty and super sharp. I'm already using them. These are cute. And this adorable project bag, which I just love. Look at that. This is by Stitch in Peace. So that's the back of it. And then the front, it's got the vinyl front. And I love this red buffalo plaid. And then the little, I don't know if you can see the little snowflake up here. It's so cute. But this is from Stitch in Peace. And thank you, Mary. I love this bag. This is beautiful. I think I have in mind something that's going to go in this one. But so, so pretty. Oh, that was so nice of her. So next up would be haul. My first stop was in South Carolina at Barefoot Needle Arts for my class with Isobel, the Primitive Hare. And I already talked a little bit, but she is just amazing and so nice. And I really enjoyed the class. And I got to meet another Flosstuber at the class, and she's an under 1,000 subscribers Flosstuber. So do go check her out. Her name is Make Do Maker on Flosstube, and she is just super nice. So go check her out. I will link her below, and I think you'll like her channel. And speaking of Flosstube size, we're about 80 from hitting 2,000 subscribers, which I'm so excited. So of course, when we get there, there'll be giveaways. I might do all e-giveaways that can be sent via email this time. But yeah, when we hit 2,000, there will definitely be giveaways. All right, so while I was at Barefoot Needle Arts, I did a little shopping, and I've had my eye on this one from a while. So this is a Nashville kit, and they did have it there, but it's from the Primitive Hare, and it's Stitcher's Rules. That is great, and it comes with the fabric to stitch on, 30 count Salem linen, old Salem linen, and it comes with the buttons and the Lady Dot Creates trim, the backing, and the only thing it's missing in this one is the thread, but it includes everything else. So it's a Stitcher's Rules. Don't talk to me, I'm counting. Count twice, stitch once. Don't use my fabric scissors. Yes, I need all the fabric. Frog, 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 because frog happens. Home is where my stash is. It's not hoarding if it's cross stitch. That's my rule. I totally agree. But this is terrific, and I'm looking forward to this one. I also picked up from Primrose Cottage Stitches. I got I Would Rather Be Stitching. Isn't that cute? Love this one. That's going to be fun to work on. And it is 124 by 42. So it's not too big. I enjoy that. And I got some fabric. I'll show that at the end because I know not everybody likes to see fabric. So I'll show my fabric from Barefoot Needle Arts and from Brick City at the end after I show the patterns. So next wasn't the original part of my itinerary, but plans changed, and I did meet Camille and Mary at Brick City and got some new patterns. And this first one, now these aren't Nashville, these are prior to Nashville, but yeah, I love them. First is Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, and this is Pumpkin House. That is adorable. And this uses Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts, but it does have a DMC conversion. And this is from 2022. Then I got Random Threads by Erica Michaels, but I do plan on doing the one on the back. So this is the front, the browns. But what really got my attention was the full version of the pattern on the back. And I just love that. I think it's so, so pretty. So I will be doing the one on the back at some point. Really nice. And from Little House Needleworks, I picked up Peace on Earth. And let's see, this is 2022. But yeah, you know me and houses, especially salt boxes, I gotta have them all. So pretty. I really like this one. That's gonna be a fun stitch. And then I've got two more. This I've seen on many floss tubes and on Instagram, and I think even one person in my group has stitched this. And it's Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. And I already picked out the fabric for this. If I see it enough times, I'm going to give in. It's just so pretty. And I'm looking forward to working on that one. And that house is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's got the cardinal. So I love it. So I'm pretty sure I'll start it sometime this year. I'm not sure when yet, but I'm pretty sure I will. Now this last one that I got is part of a series. And I've seen like Gail in my group and a couple other people have stitched #1 in this series. And they didn't have #1 in stock, but they did have #2. And it's And Be Kind to One Another by Needlework Press. That is a beautiful sampler. I just love it. And yeah, so you could do this on banding or regular linen, however you want to do it. I love it. I love the colors. I think they're so pretty. And let me show you. The first one was In All Things Be Exceedingly Diligent. And it's this one right here that I've seen people working on. And I think that's beautiful. It's very, very wide. And this one is very, very tall. So I think I want to check with Gail. I'm not sure if she started #2 yet. But if she hasn't, I would love to do it with her. Really pretty. Yeah, so if you did this on 36 count over 2, it would be 21 inches long. So she's a big girl, but she's going to be beautiful. Oh, wow. I didn't realize Needlework Press is in Chandler, Arizona. Gosh, we used to practically be neighbors. That's neat. Oh, cool. I did not realize that. I hear a kitty. Oh, she showed up for the very end of the video. So, oh, I did have one more shout out I wanted to do for an under 1,000 subscriber. I heard about her from Sarah's Stitching Spot, and it's Microbiologist Makes is the name of her Flosstube channel. She's done 2 videos so far, and the first one was an intro and whip parade, and I just loved her whip parade, and she seems so nice. So I will link her below as well to go check her out. And let's see, I think that's everything for today. Oh, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and great stitchy time, and whatever you do, do it with love and be safe. And take care of yourselves, everybody. Take care of each other. And I will see you on Wednesday, and starting Wednesday, we'll be back to my normal every other Wednesday schedule. Hello. But I hope you come join us at Crafts and Books and Zoom with us this weekend. We also Zoom every Monday and Friday evenings, and we have a book club. Our next book is a classic, and that's going to be Jane Eyre in April. So I hope to see you over there. Take care, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me.